Blaenavon is located in southern Wales, in the Welsh Valleys, to the north of Cardiff. The town used to be a large and prosperous mining town. However, today, Blaenavon seems run down and deserted. Many people have left the town to find work elsewhere. In fact, 3/4 of the population today are over 60. Many schemes have been put in place to regenerate wealth in the area. One of these schemes is promoting Blaenavon as a book town, in the hope that literature lovers worldwide would visit the town. There are now many small bookstores and antique book dealers, as well as a large public library. Unfortunately, the scheme hasn't worked. Few people have been attracted to Blaenavon, and many of the bookshops are closing down. These are the terraced houses built for the large population of miners in Blaenavon. These cheap houses are often built on steep slopes to maximise the land use. As you can see, a lot of the houses are derelict or in disrepair. Few people want to come to Blaenavon today. The Welsh Development Agency has set about to encourage businesses to come to the area by building large business parks and offering grants. Overall, this has seen mixed results. Many of these prefabricated premises are still vacant. However, more jobs have been created in the secondary and tertiary industries, meaning more women are being employed and the jobs are less dangerous. Let's go back in time 220 years. In 1788, the first ironworks were built in Blaenavon. In 1860, the Big Pit Colliery was opened. Producing over 100,000 tonnes of coal a year at its peak, Big Pit generated over 1,300 jobs for local people. Although it is named Big Pit, this is not because of its 90-metre shaft, which is relatively short, but because it could transport 4 drams at a time up and down the shaft. Empty drams were lowered down into the mine, where they were pulled along tracks to where the miners were working, by pit ponies or later machines. The miners would work the coal until they had a full dram, then they would write their name on it and send it back to the main shaft. It was hard and often dangerous work. Many miners got caught in tunnel collapses and sometimes gas explosions. Many miners contracted lung diseases from breathing in coal dust. Full drams of coal were lifted to the surface and poured into train wagons, ready to be taken to the major ports of Newport and Cardiff. Here they were loaded onto ships and taken to other parts of the world. In 1980, the mine closed down because of a dying workforce and the seams, which were uneconomical to mine. The mine was then turned into a museum and opened to the public in 1983. The museum is the best of its kind and has many prestigious awards. Visitors are taken down the mine by an ex-miner before touring the Pithead Baths Museum, which includes fascinating insights into the lives of miners. Some of the coal mined at the Big Pit was used in the iron and steel works at Blaenavon. The ironworks at Blaenavon were at the heart of the Industrial Revolution. Iron ore mined in Wales wasn't useful until the pure iron had been extracted from it. This was done in large blast furnaces at Blaenavon. Coal, limestone and iron ore were placed into the furnace. A series of chemical reactions caused the impurities to float up above the pure iron so the two could be separated. Today, the ironworks are part of the World Heritage Site, which provides money to preserve the site. The ironworks are said to be the best preserved 18th century ironworks in the world. The iron produced was fairly strong. However, more and more people wanted steel, so a steel works was set up in Blaenavon. To convert the iron into steel, pig iron is heated in a Besma converter, which removes the carbon impurities using blasts of air. The steel was then ready to be formed and made into useful products.